The call came at 12:47 a.m. Her voice was shaking, barely audible through static. "Uncle, I'm alone and hungry. I can't move. I think I'm dying. Please help." Then silence. No breathing, no crying, nothing. I stared at my phone, the blue light burning into my eyes. For a second I thought it was a nightmare, another cruel trick of the subconscious. But the timestamp stared back at me, merciless and real. I was out the door before thought could catch up. Engines screaming down empty streets, headlights slicing through black. Every mile felt like a blade twisting deeper into my chest. Her house stood quiet when I arrived, too quiet. Curtains drawn, no lights, no sign of life. My hands trembled on the keys, forcing the lock. Inside, the air was heavy, stale. Then I saw her, lying on the floor, pale, still. For a moment I couldn't breathe. I carried her to the couch. Her eyes flickered open, thin, tired. She whispered one word: "Mommy." Her mother, my sister-in-law, supposed to be watching her, supposed to be home, but she wasn't. Instead, I saw the empty pill bottles on the counter, a glass of wine half finished, and her purse gone. I knew what it meant before I allowed myself to admit it. She wasn't out. She wasn't working late. She was with him. The man I had seen once, standing too close. The man with the expensive car parked 2 blocks away, pretending it wasn't meant for this house. My niece clutched at my sleeve, whispering through cracked lips, "Don't tell Mommy I called you. She gets mad." A blade slid silently into my chest. The betrayal wasn't new. It was simply bolder, crueler than before. I played the role of caretaker, doctor, provider. Her small body shook as she sipped water. I wrapped her in blankets, my voice steady, my hands sure. Outward calm, inside fire. Over the next days I watched, listened, followed. She left the house often, claiming errands, appointments, business calls. But her phone records told another story, a second number, frequent, intimate. I called the number once. He answered. A man's voice, smooth, arrogant. He said nothing when I breathed into the line. He didn't need to. His silence told me enough. I ordered the DNA test quietly, almost ritualistic in its precision. One strand of hair slipped from her brush. One from my niece's comb, sent away with no expression on my face. On the surface, I was steady, reliable, but at night I replayed her words. "Don't tell Mommy." The cracks widened. The envelope came in the mail, thin, harmless. Inside, devastation. Not her child. Not mine either. He was the father. The man with the expensive car. The ghost in her late nights. The shadow that hovered behind her excuses. I stared at the paper until the words blurred. Betrayal had weight. It pressed against my chest, crushing, suffocating. But beneath it, something colder grew. Clarity. That evening, she returned home, careless smile on her lips, smelling faintly of another man's cologne. I handed her the envelope. "What's this?" she asked, distracted, pulling it open. Her eyes scanned the lines, froze, then widened. "No, no, this isn't—" But her face betrayed her before her words did. I said nothing. I only looked at her, calm, silent. That silence broke her more than rage ever could. She begged, pleaded. Tears streaked her face, her hands clawing at my arm. "It was a mistake. I didn't mean for this to happen." I stood still, letting her words collapse under their own weight. When she finally stopped, I spoke, quiet, precise. "You left her alone, starving, sick, while you were with him." She called me because she thought she was dying. Her face drained of color. She knew I wasn't talking about DNA anymore. I was talking about something she couldn't excuse away. Neglect. Abandonment. Betrayal not just of me, but of her own daughter. I set the papers on the table and turned. She reached for me, desperate, but I didn't look back. "Tell him yourself," I said. My voice was cold steel. "I'm done." The house was silent when I left. I didn't slam the door. I didn't need to. The truth was louder than violence. In the rearview mirror, I saw my niece's face in the window upstairs, small and fragile, yet watching. I raised a hand, not in farewell, but in promise. She wouldn't be alone again, not while I still breathed. As for her mother, my silence would be the sharpest punishment. No confrontation in court, no screaming in the night, just the unbearable weight of being known, exposed. I drove away without anger, without grief, just clarity. Some truths don't destroy you, they carve you clean, and what's left is stronger than before.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.